This is the Adidas Hyperboost Run, and I'm going to give you my 100% honest review on whether or not I think you should buy this shoe. Let's get into it. Some quick stats for you. It's got a 38mm stack in the heel and 32mm in the forefoot, leaving a 6mm drop. And it also comes in at 248 grams in the sample size, which is exactly the same as the Hyperboost Edge, interestingly enough. But there is a lot less foam in this shoe, with the Hyperboost Edge having 45mm of stack and 39 at the forefoot. And essentially, there is just less foam underfoot, but the upper remains quite similar. So I'm going to go through some of my likes, some of my dislikes, and then I'm going to let you know whether I think you should buy this or the Hyperboost Edge. So first off, let's get into the likes. Like number one, this shoe looks immaculate. I think it's so clean. White and black colorways always look nice, and Adidas have absolutely smashed it. 3 stripes on the midsole. It just looks beautiful. I think it's a really, really nice shoe. Loved how it looked on foot. My second like with this shoe, the outsole. These additional bits of Continental rubber have actually made a decent difference to the outsole, and it was already very good with this full light traction. But I just think that you have a little bit more grip on your toe off. I wasn't able to test it in any sort of wet conditions because it's been so dry here in the UK, but I imagine that this shoe would deal very well because we've got basically a full coverage on the outsole. My third like, it was really simple and straightforward. I just laced it up and got going. There was no bells, no whistles, but I actually just felt like I could put it on and forget about it. Once I was out running, I actually forgot that I was in the shoe, and that is both a good thing and a bad thing, which I'll come on to later. But I really just thought this shoe is nice. But I actually just kind of enjoyed being in it. It was simple. I think it took me back to what running used to feel like when I first started. You just put on a shoe and you just run and see how you felt. But that does bring me onto some of the dislikes, and there were a couple. The first one, and it was mentioned in Run Repeat's full breakdown of this shoe, but the upper is a little bit lacking in breathability. Now, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, having seen that review. I thought it was going to be an absolute boiling hot mess and my foot was going to be sweating. It wasn't anywhere near that bad, and I think that it was maybe oversold a bit, but the upper is quite plush, and that comfort comes with the fact that the shoe does not breathe that well. It has been exceptionally hot in the UK recently, so I'm not going to hold that massively against this shoe, but it definitely was noticeable versus more breathable shoes. My second dislike, it was just a bit boring, bit dull, a bit tame. I didn't find myself going, wow, I can't wait to get out on another run in this shoe. When I ran in it, I went, that was a nice run. I feel like I've just plodded around and chilled. And that is actually a credit to this shoe in some ways. I do appreciate a shoe you can just pop on and forget about. But I feel like for the money, you'd be expecting a little bit more fun in this shoe, and it kind of just sat in the middle of the road. It didn't quite make me feel like I was going fast, but it also didn't make me feel like I was just really saving my legs on an easy run. So I didn't know where I sat with it. I understand it's aimed as a daily trainer, and I'm sure that is what it's good for, but in such a competitive market, I don't know whether this really has enough to stand out from the crowd. And especially at full price, I don't necessarily think it's worth it. So what are my overall thoughts on this shoe? Well, in short, I think it's a decent daily trainer, and I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. However, I did just find it a bit tame, a bit boring, and a bit plain. Now, that is going to work for some people, and that is what some people will be looking for. For me, I like to go out and look forward to running in my shoes. I want the excitement, even in a daily trainer. There are so many different options of shoes these days that you don't have to settle for something that is just a bit boring. Now, if you just want a shoe that looks lovely, also from a lifestyle trainer point of view, this is a great aesthetic. I think this could be the shoe for you. And the lower stack, very nice. It's a bit more favorable, a bit more accessible for more people. You do feel very stable. It is good from that point of view. But I was just left wanting a little more. So for me, it's a 7 out of 10, pretty middle of the road. However, I could see this being good for some people. But the big question is, how does it stack up against its big brother, the Hyperboost Edge? As I mentioned earlier, the Hyperboost Edge has a lot more stack, and that just makes it a little bit better for saving the legs on long runs. It has the same feeling of disappearing on the foot when you're just plodding along and chilling. However, I find that when you actually want to turn up the pace or put some force into this shoe, you get more back. And I think that's just because there's more Hyperboost Pro foam. It also, aesthetically, I just prefer this. I know this is simple and clean, but there's something about the Hyperboost Edge that just gives me a little bit more here. It's a more substantial shoe. I'm more excited by this and I look forward to running in this shoe. Whereas the Hyperboost Run just doesn't give me the same energy. And considering the fact that you can get the Hyperboost Edge for basically the same price as the Hyperboost Run on sale now, it really is a no-brainer for me. Also, these shoes are the same size, but the Hyperboost Edge looks so big in comparison. And it does feel a little bit bigger on foot, but you just forget about it. It is just a brilliant, brilliant shoe, and I would much prefer this over the Hyperboost Run. So ultimately, it is up to you, and it depends what you're looking for. If you want a slightly trimmed down, less exciting version of the Hyperboost Edge, the Hyperboost Run is for you. You won't notice it on your foot. You'll be able to do lots and lots of miles. I'm sure the durability will be excellent, and you could also wear it as a really chill lifestyle trainer. But if you're looking for something that just does everything a little bit better, look for the Hyperboost Edge. It is 100% the better shoe out of the two. I hope you enjoyed that review. Let me know if you've tried the Hyperboost Run down in the comments. I want to know how you guys got along with it. Let me know if there are any shoes coming out that you would like me to try, and I will do my best to get hold of them for review. But until then, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, click the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.